Hmm. Okay. Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Heather here. So, Wednesday is my second favorite day of the week. My favorite day of the week is Thursday because that's when I get Thursday sauce with the kids. But I do love me some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I do love me some Disrespectfully. Those drop on Wednesdays. So, there's a Ryan Bailey live later tonight on his Patreon that I'm going to be on. So I'm excited about that because I've never done that on Patreon. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So, it's a very interesting episode. My takeaways from the episode are there's a lot of classism going on there, always has been. Um, Faye Resnick was literally my MVP. Don't care if it's popular opinion or not, but she was. Um, she was the peacemaker. She got anyway, I'll get to it. But Caviar Catastrophe is what we watched tonight. And of course, full disclosure, y'all who watched before know that I am a Kyle Richards stan. I would love to take care of her. She needs someone to be obsessed with her. And she's fine as fuck. She was especially fine as fuck in the peacock caftan. Anyway, but that's also my flavor. So anyway, that notwithstanding, all the women are beautiful. I mean, Jennifer Tilly tonight on Watch What Happens Live. Ooh, Chimama. Her and Crystal Kung Minkoff were on, and that was fabulous. Um, but I have some insights or some opinions about Jennifer Tilly that are perfectly nice. Anyway, y'all might not agree, but anyway, you can drop me a line, comment. By the way, like, subscribe if you're not. If you have already, I think I have 10 whole subscribers, and I think three of them are family members. So, um, but thank you for those that have. I really appreciate it. Um, I'm gonna try and get into a more regular schedule, so we'll see. But I probably am gonna not record on Thursdays because there's so much to watch. I don't think I will, but we'll see. Anyway, so Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Caviar Catastrophe. So they do the recap previously on, and then they go around and check each of the ladies, and Dorit plays basketball with Jagger, and I hope he's still in speech therapy. Because otherwise that's gonna be a bizarre accent. Garcelle's doing producer shit on a rooftop. Um, Erica is talking to her mom, and I felt her pain. I really, really did. Um, and full disclosure, has hasn't Erica Jane done some fucked up shit? Yes, 100%. Don't care. I still love her. I think that she has a heart of gold. I think she is beautiful, beautiful. And I bet fresh faced, she is beautiful. She don't need all that. That's my opinion. But what you gonna do? Um, Sorry. My boss texted, so I had to look at it. But anyway, so I believe Erica is beautiful, and yes, fresh face, she probably is beautiful. Has she done some fucked up shit? Yeah, but she's also very fucking smart. Very fucking smart. Um, and I think, yes, she makes allies and allies herself with certain people, but I do think that she has a heart of gold and can be a supportive friend when you need her to be. So, also, I get Erica. I'll talk a little bit later about, I moved to where I am now from the South. I wasn't born and bred there, but I lived in Alabama for 13 years, which is the longest I've lived anywhere. And I understand Erica's South, or I identify with Erica South, whereas Sutton South is very junior league, and that's not. I'm not like that. I'm. Erica South is four-wheeling and, going to a country bar after your grandmother's wake. I fucking get that. So, anyway, so, Erica's talking to her mom, and then Jennifer Tilly is setting up the caviar party. And, so she goes to this Caviar Caspian, or I think that's what it's called, a Caspar. Anyway, caviar something or something anyway, someone caviar in the fucking title. And I was struck by something, especially when you, contrast it to her appearance on Watch What Happens Live, where she was very up and on because she was performing. She was on a stage. Whereas I really do think that she's accustomed to being around cameras enough that she doesn't feel the need necessarily to perform. She's on and performs in the after show, but you don't see that in the scenes. And in the scenes, it feels like in real life, Jennifer Tilly might be a little awkward or shy. Just my opinion. I adore her. She is iconic. She said, I wish I tried to make it the banner, but it had too many characters. But she said something on Watch What Happens Live that, like, it's iconic. I'm gonna learn how to embroider and I'm gonna stitch that shit on a pillow. Somebody please merch this. Holy shit. So she said, um, what'd she say? Hold on, shit. I don't want to misquote her. She said, you don't have to, she said, I'm in a relationship, Andy. You don't have to pull hair out of your vagina when you're in a relationship. And I enjoyed that. I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, but she does seem kind of socially awkward. So anyway, she's there and then Sutton shows up. And oh, here was the other thing is that um she can laugh at herself. She has a good sense of humor about herself and I appreciate that. That's a classic defense mechanism for people with low self-esteem. And I'm talking to myself now. Um, and I get it, and it's a way, and it's a fake it till you make it type thing. So I get that. Um, and she can be kind of the Sutton whisperer. So I appreciate that about her too. Um, so Sutton arrives. Tilly gives her a fancy gift from Sardinia at some Dolce and Gabbana fashion show. Um, yeah, it's fun to watch these ladies, but honestly, eat the rich. Fuck me. Really? Okay. Anyway, um, so and this is when it kind of struck me that gifts are clearly Sutton's love language. When you go back to when she was talking about her and Kyle making up and how things were better with them and everything. Um, she thought of Kyle when she was shopping online and thought, "Ooh, Kyle might like that." That's her love language, which points to me that she's materialistic. And she talked about a few episodes ago how her mom, when her mom found out she and Christian were getting a divorce, how her mom was like, "Well, who's going to take care of me? Who's going to take care of all this? Who's going to pay for this?" And Sutton was shocked by that, but she actually has the exact same attitudes. Garcelle said it herself, apple tree, boom. Like, you ain't even hit all the branches coming down, Shug. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that I found that very revealing about her character. And then, of course, if you know what's to come in the episode, um, when Sutton starts throwing her wallet dick around, uh, obviously it's very important to her. And Jennifer Tilly says that's not really what she thinks, but then she doubles down and she backs herself into a corner. And I think that might be true, but I think it is also one of her core values. Anyway, and no judgment. I like money too. Give me some. All right. Anyway, so Sutton kind of recaps to Jennifer Tilly the 4th of July. And I do understand Sutton's sensitivity around the drinking stuff. When when you think about how her father died, and you think about that, like, that's that soft underbelly that some people just have a way of getting at with us. And some, usually it's your family, it's the people that you trust and love the most. But sometimes it's a stranger. And I will say, I do feel a little bit like Sutton and Dorit are kind of two sides of the same coin. It's, like, Dorit is a Yankee version of Sutton. You know what I mean? You would, if you saw those differences. But anyway, but think about it, they're both kind of elitist, they're both insufferable. You know what I mean? They bring out those worst things in each other, I feel like, my opinion. Anyway, so she and Dorit does have a history of going after people's soft underbelly. Maybe obliviously, maybe not. I don't know. Um, I think sometimes it's oblivious. I think with Sutton, it's been very pointed, personally. Um, but you think about it, Kyle and the race shit, the angry, come on. I mean, not Kyle, Garcelle. And then Kyle and her sisters bringing up Morgan on camera, bringing up her marriage on camera before she was ready to talk about it. I mean, who else has been searching for a moment for a hot minute? Too bad her life had to fall apart for that to happen. But ain't that always the fucking way? You know what I mean? I always find in life, when I'm feeling good and confident, that's when something comes and whack smacks the fuck out of me. Just saying. Anyway, um, but I do feel like Sutton is kind of busting out all she can think of in the villain playbook. You know what I mean? Like, she's going extra low. So then we go to Kyle's therapy session. And I know it was manufactured, so she had someone to talk to about this on screen. Um, but at the same time, I think the emotions and the sentiment behind it are real. Sorry, I'm thirsty. Um, Kyle needed Mo when her friend died. And um he didn't show up. She needed him to do the work. She needed him to show up and be there and go to therapy and work through that and address her fears. And he didn't do those things, or she didn't feel that he did those things. And I think she feels that he gave up. And she needs him to fight for the relationship. And I think that in all this, whatever exploration she's doing, and by the way, would y'all please stop referring to her as a lesbian? If she is exploring that side of her sexuality, number one, she's not labeled herself as anything. And number two, strictly speaking, she would be bisexual. So just, but stop fucking labeling her before she's ready to. Y'all are trying to out her. Stop it. She's allowed to explore. Anyway, but she needed Mo to fight. But I think in the midst of her exploration and stuff, maybe she figured out that she still didn't want him, even if he proved himself in some way. But I think that's maybe the crux of what she's really afraid of, and maybe why she is ready to start talking legalities. Mo ain't gonna put anything on paper. He's having his cake and eating it too, and he's hanging on to his fucking money. So, and it's not just his money. They built that life together. And let's not forget that he would not have the real estate contacts that he has were it not for Kyle's family, Kyle and her family. So let's think about that too. Before, she needs to get hers, is all I'm saying. Um, but I do think that yeah, that she might not want him in the midst of all that. She's in the midst of a full-on identity crisis. I get it. I'm in the midst of one too. Guess what I did? I started a fucking YouTube channel. But I also 6 years ago left my husband and started a whole new life. You know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Um, and she needs to be alone for a while, to be honest. She has, I identify her with her so much. She lost her mom about the age that I lost my dad. I lost my dad in 2001. So that was 24 years ago. I was 27, I think 26, 27, 27. Yeah, 27. Um, I had a young child, and my dad was my everything, and it was quick. He died of lung cancer. He got sick. Well, he was diagnosed in May and he died in July. It was very hard. It was very quick. I'm an only child. Um, and it was very hard. Um, but and then my mom has recently passed away. So again, she lost her mom all those years ago. She also lost her dad quite a while ago. And then recently she lost her best friend. So she don't need to be doing anything. And probably she didn't need to be separating either. She didn't need to make any big decisions for a while. But I certainly understand that restlessness and that need to reclaim something in addition to her being in her full on empty nest syndrome. Who am I? I've been a mother. Being a mother has been my whole identity, or most of my identity, being a wife and mother. The name of my show is The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? That's her identity. And so to lose that, that's got to be terrible too. So, but she needs to figure out who she is and what she wants and really be alone and take advantage of the separation and maybe not finalize anything. People are saying, "Oh, Mo's trying to dick her out of money or anything." Well, yeah, it probably is cheaper to keep her, but that's to Kyle's advantage too. The more assets you have, the more they feed on each other. So keeping your assets combined is going to help them grow. And in the long run is going to set up security for their children, which I'm sure is their primary goal, in addition to fabulous bags and magnificent homes and vacations and how wonderful and what a magnificent life. But bitches, you ain't happy. Well, Mo might be, but I don't think he really is. I don't know how anybody could be. But anyway, um, I think what I think that what Kyle oh, this is what I wanna say, and shout out to Katie Maloney, also to Dana Cathan, and disrespectfully, I love y'all's pod so much. You're the most beautiful women in the world. Oh my god. If you ever want an older woman, I am here for you. Anyway, um, I I I look at the work that Katie has done on herself, and, that's what Kyle needs. Maybe they should hang out. They're both Capricorns. They should hang out. Anyway, and they're both fine as fuck. Anyway, um, I think also that Kyle misses her family. Again, this is part of her identity. And she's dealing a lot with the loss of that and the feelings of failure. That's how you feel when you get a divorce or you end a marriage. That's how it feels. You feel like a failure. You feel like you have broken the home, whether it's the right thing to do for everyone or not. That's how it feels. It feels like that. So, um, and I think maybe Mo feels the same, that he misses the family, but maybe not so much the person. And I think that might be true for both of them. Um, and after Kyle works on herself, She needs and deserves someone who is obsessed with her. Do you see how when the sisters talk about, I'm sorry, I'm self-conscious about my hair today. When the sisters talk about, when they out family shit and how tight-lipped that is in her DNA, that is some sort of, I don't know what, my mother's side of the family has that shit too. I don't know if that's some Irish shit where you don't talk about the family. That's why, like, Sutton saying that about her mother and her father's death was so shocking to me. Um, and so I think that Kyle needs someone with that level of loyalty and views loyalty in the same way. She needs and deserves, because everyone deserves one ride or die in their life. I'm looking for one. Send me one. No, I'm not ready yet. But my point is, everyone deserves that. And so I feel like anyway, that's what she think about what she does for a living. This is why she's on TV. She wants loyalty. She likes the followers. That's why she self-produces. And she wants the adoration. That's what she's seeking. She's clearly not getting it in her partner. If she was, she would quit. So if she frees herself, maybe she does get that from somebody already in her life. Maybe she doesn't. But if she's feeling that from someone, then she needs to let the show go. And she needs to hang on to that, because that's what's important, man. Dude, I am zooted. Sorry. Um, all right. And Mo kind of always seemed like he provided and kind of let Kyle be Kyle. Happy wife, happy life. That's not an active participant and partner, in my opinion. But, and Kyle needs someone blindly loyal to her in public, no matter what. No matter what. Look at Ken and Lisa. That's why that marriage will never die. They may in private, I'm sure they do, beat the shit. What the fuck are you thinking? Oh my God, you dirty lecherous pig. How did you make me look? I'm sure, but never ever in public. I bet Pandora and Max never heard a raised voice until Housewives came along. Just my opinion. Anyway, um, yeah, Kyle doesn't need somebody to let Kyle be Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. Anyway, all right. Bose and the baby doctor. So I admire Bose. I think she's fine as fuck too. She's beautiful. She seems to be a caring and empathetic person. She seems to have a good relationship with her child. Um, and she clearly loves and falls hard. And she is clearly obsessed with Keely. But I'm gonna pause you for a minute because I need my other hat. Hold up. Bozoma St. John. Ah, sorry, I need my book. Bozoma St. John. Open your third eye, please. You are still the chief marketing officer of Dumb Bitch University. No person that loves you wants you to put yourself through a potentially traumatic and lethal pregnancy. Preeclampsia is no fucking joke. And I know that you, more than anyone in the world, is aware of the mother and infant mortality and how they are so disproportionately higher for women of color. I'm very concerned about this. No one that loves you would allow you to put your life at risk like that. And it's a disservice to your child. Why would you risk leaving Lael without a mother? This man does not love you. If he loved you, he would not allow you to do this. All right. My opinion. Please, Bose, open your third eye. I don't trust this motherfucker. I had a stillbirth at 22 weeks, 2 years before I had my youngest, my daughter. And I wanted to die every day for 2 years. The only thing that kept me from getting up and putting one foot in front of the other was my son. Why would you? And I know everyone's different, but please, you are a pragmatic woman. That is dangerous. And again, unfair to lay out. Then the cynic in me, because I also have to turn this third eye hat on myself, but it's not cute when you turn it inside out. The cynic in me says this better not be for a motherfucking storyline. Don't go through all this, relive that pain, to go through the steps, but you're not really going to do it. And I hear you hedging more in the confessionals, and it kind of feels like that's what happened. And now, if your experience was no, when we got into what the real risks were, we decided no, but you already told him your pregnancy history. This shouldn't even be a discussion. Adoption should be an option. Surrogacy should be an option. Or maybe deciding between future children and the woman he loves, maybe that's a choice he needs to make. Lots of people have to make choices like that. Why should he be fucking special? Just saying. So if it is for a storyline, I don't know. I think back to Bose's tagline, you know, the greatest project I'm marketing is me. Are you though? Are you? I think you might be. Latched on to the most vulnerable cast member, causing drama, going up against Kyle because you know how people are feeling about her, poking at Sutton because you know that you're going to get a rise out of her and she's going to have a villain turn. You know, I'm just saying, I don't think she's outright lying or misrepresenting falsehoods on purpose, a la like Bronwyn, who I love, by the way, but come on, the jewelry. I don't care, but I don't think that's the case. But I do think that everything she's doing is strategic, and maybe this is too. I don't know. She's supposed to be the master of spin. Just saying. All right. So they're starting to get ready to go to the party. They're starting to get ready to like they're traveling to the party, to the caftans and caviar party. So Sutton further proves her blatant, ugly materialism, classism, elitism with the poor eat comment. I am poor heat because I'm Heather, but now I'm poor heat. Anyway, I'm sorry for laughing at my own joke. I am zooted and mentally ill. Anyway, I do think in this sequence where they're all traveling to the party, Bose does a good job in the car of trying to kind of gently encourage Dorit to make peace and kind of give her background, hey, yeah, it was kind of shitty that they didn't share what was going on with Sutton, but like she's really sensitive and the drinking thing really is a touchy subject, and maybe you can make peace just for the sake of making peace. But Dorit is not having it. Dorit and Sutton both walk into that loaded for fucking bear. They are picking at each other immediately. And they are both insufferable. Sutton, elitist junior league. Oh, well, I never. Oh, Lord, don't go out with your pantaloons. I'm a lady. Oh, Lord. Oh, rat. I'll never be hungry again. And Dorit's very, I'm not going to do that. I have family that is from, well, has lived in the Northeast most of their lives, and like I get Dorit's vibe. I've certainly encountered. "Mm, oh, I would never." Meanwhile, you're eating somebody's asshole. Like, come on, who the fuck are you kidding, right? Anyway, so everybody's arriving. And again, Erica is the South. I get that's frog gigging, four wheeling, jet ski going. You know what I mean? I get that. And I think that classism, I think that's my biggest divide. And Kyle has it. Kathy Hilton certainly fucking has it. So, but I cannot palate it in Sutton and Dorit for some reason. I'll like either one of them. I like let them eat each other. Like I do appreciate, and let me say this about Dorit. I do appreciate how she's let us in this season. But all that does is further prove to me that up until this season, this bitch been fake. She been covering up everything, licking Lisa Vanderpump's asshole so she could get on the show and her scam husband could make money. That's my personal opinion. I do think this is as real as she gets. And I do appreciate that. But damn, most of the time I'm on Sutton's side because I don't fool with Dorit more than I don't fool with Sutton. But tonight, no, I cannot be on Sutton. That was so fucking ugly. Anyway, so Sutton brings out her wallet dick. It's like, you need to pick on somebody with the same size wallet. I don't even know what that has to do with anything. Like, you have more money, so what? You're gonna win? Yeah, I know it's capitalism and and money talks and bullshit walks or what the fuck ever the saying is. And I know that is by and large true. However, y'all both suck. Like honestly, and Dorit's got the public on her side. And how you didn't foresee that, I'll never know. Faye Resnick for MVP. Faye Resnick for MVP, and hear me the fuck out. When they move from the arrivals and drinks over to the dinner table at the Caviar place, nobody's talking. Faye Resnick starts the ball rolling. Master conversationalist. No wonder she's at everybody's fucking parties. There's a reason, you know. So Jennifer Tilly, tell us about your experience in being nominated for an Oscar. Oh well, this and then Aria chimes in with her Rain Man esque facts, which I get to because I have so much useless information in my brain that no one ever cares about. Hence a podcast in which I talk to 10 people. Hi. Um, anyway, but yeah, she is the MVP. And then when I think it's Dorit leaves and things start to cool down, um, she brings up both ladies' point of view. She's like, Sutton shit, I drink just as much as you, so don't be fucking sensitive. Don't worry about that shit. But we get it. And maybe Dorit's sick of being fucking made fun of for being late all the time. And you dug in on that. So, whatever. And I appreciated that about her. I remember her from the OJ stuff and stuff, but I don't care. I like that she tried to offer perspective for both women. Also, check out Kyle Shade in the after show um to Sutton about her wallet size comment. She's like, "We're talking about wallet sizes, are we? Sit down, Sutton." I was like, "Mwah, mm." All right. And the rest of the episode is mostly about, the picture of Mo making out with the chick on Instagram and who did it and blah, 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 blah. Well, who have had motive? I saw some people that were saying that Kyle had the picture snapped because she knew it was going to go down and she knew that they were shooting and she wanted to add it for the show. I don't believe that. I don't think she exposes her kids to that willingly. That's my opinion. Just like when the story of the separation leaked. I don't think that that was people were saying, "Well, that was Kyle." No, that was the other person in one of theirs lives because those are the only ones that have to gain. So I think it was the girlfriend in this case. Doesn't really matter. Um, and I really do think after watching the after show and stuff, um, the Instagram of it all, I really feel like she's kind of taken in stride. She knows that they're playing this, I'm gonna one up you on the gram. So they kind of let the grams speak to each other because they clearly do not have the language to speak to each other. That's why their marriage is in trouble. They can't communicate. Therapist says it tonight. You don't go in to the really deep stuff. So I get that 100, let's see. Yes, Kyle Richards. You were so fine in your peacock caftan once again, and the purple, the glass, everything, mwah, perfect. That was a beautiful outfit. I loved it. I fuck with it. Um, and then yeah, I watched the after show. If you're not watching the after show, go watch the after show. It gives so much perspective. I also think that Kyle Richards is closest out of everybody on the show to the producers. Her one-on-ones in the after show since Erica has been in Chicago have been with the producers asking her questions. And that's where I see her open up the most. That's who I think she connects with. They need to put one of the producers on the show if she wants to stay on or she needs to go. Anyway, um, so yeah, watch the after show. Watch what happens live. The iconic Jennifer Tilly and Crystal Kung Minkoff, also beautiful. My son's favorite housewife, I think. Crystal, or one of his anyway. Um, both fine as fuck. Jennifer's boobies, oh, her boobies were out. Oh, when women, when girls, when women, when girls, when women with their boobies. Oh my lord. Um, she slams Dorit for not wearing the captain. She's like, yeah, she knew. And, 'cause like what she just read the caviar? It said caviar and caftans in the same fucking font. Um, I did in fact take a hit every time they said Sutton, so which is why I'm zooted now. Talk about Crystal and is it Cynthia? Is who her podcast with. It's called Humble Brag, though. I did write that down. And then we have the iconic Jennifer Tilly. You don't have to pull the hair out of your vagina when you're in a relationship. Okay. I don't know why I did her with like a quasi Fran Drescher accent. It was just like, I can't though. It was iconic. And then they played a game about like a Price is Right type game. And like Crystal's super fucking competitive. So that was my takeaway. That was my Wednesday. Y'all let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, tell your friends. Don't, but what, drop me a line. Let me know what you want to cover and if you have any questions or whatever. Anyway, y'all have a great Wednesday. Bye.